8-4, natural log, part 1, natural logs. How do we evaluate natural logs? This is what we did last week. We said 10 to the x equals 100. That's as an exponent, correct? Logarithms are the inverse or opposite operation of a exponential. So therefore, to get rid of the exponent, we do a log. So on this one, we would say log base 10. But do I need to write base 10? No, because that's our common log. And then what happens to the x and 100? They switch sides. That's your final answer. Okay, I'll wait. So last chapter we did something with the continuous interest formula. It had a letter E, and E represents 2.71. It's an irrational number, kind of like pi. It goes on forever. Well, today we are going to learn how to get rid of the E. E to the x equals 14. So to get rid of the E, we do natural log. But as with most things, it can't be simple and be NL. It has to be LN, which stands for log that's natural. It's like a Canadian thing. It's confusing. I'm just making stuff up now. So
That's an L?
yes, that's an L and an N. So no, it's a lowercase. All right, so Ln, then what happens to the E? The E is there, we just don't see it, so that's called implied. And then what happens to the 14 and the x? They switch sides. So it's the same thing as this. So on this one, base 10 is implied. And on this one, base E is implied. What does it mean implied? Yes. It's implied that this 14 is positive, even though we don't see the plus sign. All right, questions, comments, concerns. All right, let's try. We have 3 examples today and 3 try-its, and we're done. So example 1. E to the 7 equals x. So since this is E, we have to use natural log, which is Ln. So we do Ln. I don't need to write the base E, and then what happens to the exponent and the equals in the answer? They switch sides. So Ln x equals 7. That's your answer. That's the first third of your homework. The E is invisible. You just, because it's Ln. Ln goes with E. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, so try this, please. E to the x.
The exponent goes on the opposite.
Yes.
Always?
Yes. Oh, I shouldn't have wrote that down. That's okay. E to the x equals 30. So we do natural log. My base is E. I don't need to write it. And then what happens to the 30 and the x? They switch sides. You are done. That's your final answer. Questions, comments, confusion. Jojo, you good? Jojo, did you play Friday? I heard there was no subs. There was 1 sub. And you guys still almost won in overtime? Yeah, Jet said she was so proud of you girls. So, all right, example 2. All right, so this time they're giving us the natural log, and they want us to write it as an exponent. So, what does the ln turn into? E, and then what happens to the x and the 9? You're done. All right, let's try the try it. ln x equals 1.7347. I don't know why they chose such a long number, but McGraw-Hill does not like us most of the time, so I'm not completely surprised.
We don't have to McGraw, right?
That's our book. Our textbook is McGraw-Hill. I've cheated you out of the volume 2 of your consumable. They're back there behind Xavier if you really want yours, under my jacket. So maybe I'll give it to you as a parting gift. All right, you should be done now. E raised to the 1.7347 equals x. You are done. And we are two-thirds of the way done with our lesson.
I technically did that. I just did the
Okay. Just make sure it's an exponent, because we're going from log to exponent. All right, example 3. This one is confusing, so I need you to pay attention for this one. Write as a single log. All right, this one's confusing. I'm not going to lie. 1/3 ln 8 minus ln 3 plus ln 9. I have an answer.
For LM, is there any section of how to look at log time and it does? Section 5, it has log 4, you have to write it down. The only like way that you have to write like an LM is different is something.
There's only one E. All right, first of all, this is a number in front of a log, so that means that it can be moved up to become an exponent, correct? So let's do that. ln 8 to the 1/3. That's the only thing we're messing with right now. That minus ln 3 plus ln 9 stays put. Does anyone know what 8 to the 1/3 is? It's the cube root of 8. Does anyone know what the cube root of 8 is? Yes, it is. It is 2. I assume Mr. Truman's back today?
Yeah.
So ln 2 minus ln 3 plus ln 9. If you remember back to last week when we subtracted, what operation was that? So ln 2 divided by 3, and it's the same example. And then when we add, what operation is addition? Perfect. Can we multiply 2/3 times 9? Let's do it. So I personally would hit this little n over d and do 2 over 3 times 9, and it says 6. So my final answer is ln 6. That's your final answer. These are subtracting, so when you condense them, subtraction reduces or condenses down to division, and addition condenses down to multiplication. So 2/3 of 9 is 6. 2/3 times 9 is 18/3, which is 6. All right, turn the page. We have a try it left, and then we are going to have a homework assignment.
We have 2 tries for?
Just one. Yes. Yes, 1 second. You're welcome. All right, you better bring your big boy, big girl thinking caps for this one. Actually, this one's easier than the example I just gave you. So, ln 7 minus 1/2 ln 36 plus ln x. You have until I take attendance to do this. No, this is challenging. You're not definitely not stupid. God bless you. All right, let's take attendance, then we'll go over this, and then you can start your homework. Period 2. Valentina's here. Abby's here. Colin's here. Noah's here. Sakona, not here. Jackson's here, Ty's here, Kate's here, Kyla's here, Gabby's here, Isabella's here, Cameron's not here. Dominic's here, Annalisa's here, Allison's here, Justin's here, Anna's here, Audrey's here, Yabdal not here, Liam's here, Crystal's here, Xavier's here, John is here, Johnny is not here. Oops. Sorry, John, I marked you absent by mistake. Landon's here, Elisa's here, Dahlia's here, Jonah's here, and JoJo's here. Alright, let's go over this. Do I have any volunteers?
No, I can see that.
Alright, Kate, go.
Okay, so you're going to distribute the 1,036.
Hold on. I'm going to do it step by step so no one gets lost. So, 1/2 is the same as square root. So the square root of 36 is, that's supposed to be an n. Alright, ln 6 plus ln x. Okay, these are subtracting, so what do I do?
You're going to divide them, so it's going to be ln 736.
And that's your final answer. Good job, Kate.